Is it better to do not so good straddle planche negatives, or should I rather do good form tuck planche negatives? So good form versus bad form in all calisthenic skills is a little bit of a debate. I'm personally more from the side that says rather go for the good form, quality over quantity, because it just reduces the risk of injuries. But I think at some point you should always move to the next progression. So personally, I think if you are able to do straddle planche negatives and your form is somewhat good, so it's not really bad, but you lack a few things, then just go with the straddle planche negatives and you'll be good to go. But if you really have deficits in your form and I don't know, it's just really not clean at all and therefore bears a lot of risks for your tendons, for example, and might cause injuries earlier, then better stick to a low progression. But what I also want to say to this question, there's a step between straddle planche and tuck planche. Normally you would go back to advanced tuck planche and not all the way back to tuck planche, because there's a lot of difference between those two strength-wise. And other than that, my general opinion on negatives, just to say that because I think it's important, negatives are fun, but technically very, very hard actually. Let me tell you why. When you do a negative, you start in a handstand, which basically means that your shoulders are pushed up all the way. And then when you want to go to the planche, you need to do the opposite. So you need to find your depression and you need to get from here to this. All of this together makes the whole activation process very, very hard. So if you are not already perfectly good in that progression where you want to go to from the handstand, then don't do the negatives, because they will just confuse your whole system in here and make it really hard for you to activate it the right way, and you might end up teaching your body mistakes that you won't get rid of that quickly. So for example, I have never really done negatives. I just started doing negatives about 1 month ago, and I'm almost at straddle planche, just to give you a relation. I think that's important to mention.